What's going on, everybody? It's another beautiful day to be installing some parts on the Gladiator as we continue to get it ready for a lot of backcountry photography workshops, overlanding, and just adventures in general. Last week we installed the Smart Cap kitchen. This week's is not quite as exciting, but it's every bit as useful. We're going to be playing with some of the StackTech modular storage. So we've installed this awesome Goose Gear seat delete and the back wall. And originally I thought we would put a fridge here. And while that's a great solution, most of the decent sized fridges overhang just a bit on our cubby hole, making it really hard or impossible to actually open this and utilize that storage. And if you've been following along, you'll know that our standalone fuse box and power is all down there. So we need to be able to access that easily. So here's what we're putting back there in that seat delete. I have 3 of the StackTech modules by ToughBuilt. The stuff is IP65 rated. It's a good mix of really hard, solid plastic and steel. You can order all kinds of accessories, and if you're working on the field, construction, contractor, really anything, you can make some cool combinations with this to fit your needs. And I think it's gonna work out great. I have at the bottom, I'm gonna put in this little slide out drawer here. I don't know what we're gonna do with it yet, but this would be great for electronics, charging stuff, camera lenses. I could order a piece of foam to fit down there and put some of my camera equipment, and just solid built. So again, I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna be doing with all of this yet, but it's going to be great to have that extra storage. That's top piece. This is the large toolbox. Lots of space in there. It also comes with a little tray for organization. So that's good for clothes or food, just to keep it out of, out of the nostrils of all of the animals and stuff that you come across. And finally, this side piece is a smaller toolbox. It's also a tray, some dividers. Just awesome piece of kit. I'm excited to get it in there. So the first thing we're gonna have to do is we have to get rid of these old seat brackets. Now, I wasn't intending for those back seats to ever go back in. I was going to leave those just in case at some point I wanted to put them back in. And technically they can go back in even without those. They're just not gonna lock in place. And so the back of that's just gonna fall down if it's not braced up or tied back or something. Should I ever be in that situation, I will accept full responsibility, accountability for cutting this up, and I'll just have to find out a solution. But I don't anticipate those seats to ever go back in. I'm probably just gonna sell them. And then in 10 years from now, if somebody buys the Jeep and wants the back seats, you just go look at another listing. This isn't the Jeep for you. So anyway, we're gonna pull this back seat delete off, the back wall from Goose Gear. Again, awesome stuff. So we're gonna pull that off, grind these, maybe Dremel, maybe the cutoff wheel. It's pretty thick. The Dremel would make less of a mess and be easier to use. So we might try that first. That was quick and easy. No reason to waste y'all's time with grinding clips. But now that those 3 hooks are gone, we need to remount that back wall. Then we're gonna slide our StackTech boxes against that back wall and figure out how we're going to mount the boxes. I think we're gonna use some of the riv nuts and threaded inserts that are already on the back of the wall. We're making fast progress on this. All we have to do now is we're gonna set our boxes in here, and we wanna try to line them up to some spots against this wall that already have threads. These top pieces here, those have some nuts in them already. There's riv nuts behind here holding this to the wall. And then you saw the channel down here. So for that big box to mount against the wall, I think we're probably gonna use this one and that should be everything. I rode around for the last 2 days with these boxes just stuffed in here, even with these still here, and they never moved around. It's a very, very tight fit, but I think that big box bolted against the wall. That's going to be the easiest way for us to mount the box. So we can just open it up, drill our holes, mount everything, and that's going to hold it in place. I thought about using our big seat bolts down here, but then this drawer that pulls out, that's going to have to pull all the way out. You're going to have to try to get Allen key or something in there. Just doesn't make a lot of sense to do it that way. So I think that big box, since it opens up, can bolt there, and that still, we can still change our box at the bottom as long as it's the same height. Then we can still add another one on top of it, so it maintains our ability to, you know, add and remove some stuff. So I think it's a good solution. So we ran to Lowe's and we picked up some T-nuts. T-nuts are essentially a riv nut for wood. There's 4 little spikes on the back of these. You drill out your hole to the correct diameter, set these in place, and then you're going to set them in with a hammer. So we're gonna throw one of these in real fast. All right, and so just like that, now we have 4 new threaded holes to attach the boxes to. So super easy. All right, guys, now time to throw the back wall in. We're gonna get this thing mounted up nice and solid. Make sure our little bolts are pretty lined up at the bottom. So I'm gonna get this loosely lined up and check our bolts at the bottom. Make sure that we're actually able to get to those. Okay, that seems pretty good. That also seems good. All right, I think all those are happy actually. So again, remember we loosened that guy up earlier. Get that guy in there loose. We're not cranking him down just yet. Yeah, that's all it takes to hold our wall back there. These 2 big ones really hold it there, but you can see no movement at all, guys. So back wall is back in. All we have to do is slide our box in, and as long as everything still lines up, then we are good to go. All right, guys, so the first thing I'm doing, I'm gonna set the bottom in here. Just easier to get this in and out. Look at that bottom one, actually. If we were only using the bottom one, it would slide under there real nice, but of course it's not what we're doing. All right, so here's our drawer one more time. This guy's gonna go on the bottom. And I love this stuff. I've looked at all of the other brands. ToughBuilt just knocks everybody out of the park. It's just so nice. All right, I didn't really show this off too well. This is how that stuff works. It literally is just gonna sit on there and snap. Done, like ready to go. It's so nice. And you're probably wondering how we're gonna mount this guy, and I really don't think we're gonna have to actually hard mount it. It has to slide in from the top. Yeah, so it won't go in straight. It just simply can't go in straight because of these angles, but it will slide right in like that. And I can't pull it out. It physically is not gonna come out. It's a little loose in there, but it's not pulling out like at all. I think it's just gonna live exactly like that. So I guess we'll get out, find a better angle to look at this with you guys and see how it's gonna work. And there you all have it. Those are hard mounted and ready for adventure. Seems like a really good product, and I'm very happy with the way it all came together. It's gonna add a lot of usability for me specifically. Now, this might not be something that you're interested in doing, but if you've made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you watching, and I'll put a link in the description to where you can pick those up at. Maybe you're interested in just having something for your business, your work, side gig, or maybe you're doing something similar to this. But I think that out of all of the products like this out there, this seems like the best built. I spent quite a bit of time looking at all the different options and comparing, and I think that these have to be some of the best ones out there. Lots of cool accessories, and it's going to give us a lot of upgradability too. There's some other toppers that we can put on there. Maybe we put another drawer, but yeah, I'm excited to start filling these things up and seeing seeing how they work. Again, if you made it this far, appreciate you watching, and I hope you got a little use out of this video, and we'll see you in the next one.